Hello. It is the day after my second class of my first ever in-person casting director workshop. And I did one online a few weeks ago. So I just wanted to share my kind of review of what it is to do casting director workshops for actors who've never done them. Or maybe actors who have done them, but maybe they're looking for a different perspective. So overall, they are not as scary as they seem, and it's okay to be nervous, especially for the in-person ones. I started off with an online class because it felt like, since I'd never done them before, I just know what it is, what happens to my nervous system when I perform. So I wanted to dip my toe in, and that was very, very helpful. Some people recommend starting off with associate casting directors or procedurals or something very specific, like specific shows that are being cast. I didn't start off with an associate casting director for either of them. I just chose what lit me up the most. So when I saw certain projects they cast that I was like, oh, I'd be perfect in that, or I'd love to be in that, that's how I chose it. Both of the casting directors were so lovely. Remember, everybody, they are just people. They are not these gods and goddesses in the sky that we are down on the floor like, please, like, pay attention to us. This is what I think casting director workshops are good for. They're not going to make you become a better actor. Maybe like very minimally, in terms of you're getting used to auditioning, even though it's not an audition. You're getting used to performing. You're getting used to being there in person. And the more that you do that, the better you get at doing that, and the better that you get at taking direction and getting used to taking it and seeing if you actually took it, and getting used to getting off book really quickly. And if you don't get off book really quickly, because some of them I was off book, but I still was a little shaky with the lines. I focused more on my acting and doing the best as an actor. And then I got a lot of practice of having my sides, but then how do you glance down, make sure you get the line, and then still generate and not be buried in your script. It's really good for like practice like that. But it's really more about, it's great for meeting casting directors. It's great for expanding your network. And I don't think you can go in with such a too crazy of a strategic, like, I'm going in so I can be seen by this person, because if I'm seen by this person, that means I will be called in. It's like, the industry doesn't work that way. Like, sometimes it might work that way, you know, but if you go in with like only an in order to, I think you're going to be really disappointed, because if that doesn't happen, then it's not going to be great. But yeah, don't go in being like, this is going to be a class that's going to take me from being like a green newbie actor to Kate Winslet. That's not going to happen. Get yourself into an acting class for that. It's more about the networking, and it's more about the business of it, which is part of the business of it. It's part of it. The business and the creation and the honing your craft and the creation and the art of it. And then there's also the business of it. You can't deny that. And of course, almost all actors and artists that I know want to be in a position where they can just focus on the art. Well, you know what? Until your career gets to a certain point, or unless you come from a lot of wealth and a lot of privilege and a lot of money, which is fine if you do, good for you. It's not going to be that. But anyway, that's my 2 cents.